Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers, where we dug a big hole and we filled it with storage. Awesome. Right, so today we talked about a couple of things. One was possibly beautifying the base a little bit. The other one was building up a gunship. But I should be recording Captain of Industry right now, because that's the video which should be the next in line to come out after the ones I've already got recorded. But I just watched a video on YouTube of someone doing something with projections and welders, and I wanted to give that a go today. The first thing I want to do though is I want to get rid of all these now. We've decided these are functionally useless. Let's get rid of as much. Do I not have a point near me? No. It's fine. Come down there. Where's my HUD? Thank you. So my cold is somewhat holding off. It is there a little bit, and it's turned into more of a cough at the moment than a cold. So I still sound a little snuffly, I can tell that, as I'm sure you can as well. Oh, let's get some bits. But it doesn't seem to have got any worse, so you know, I'm pretty happy with that. We also want to get rid of these. We don't want these anymore. We're full of stuff. Drop that stuff in there. It did drop some stuff down here. But I can't see... Oh, wrong one. I can't see where that went now. Probably wasn't very important. That's fine. So let's jump back up here. Boop. Let's pop. We are going to need a reinforced one for here where I can see the tube. Thank you. Obviously, we need to get more bits. Of course. Right, so let's get this done. And this will just hopefully make our base slightly more functional. We need to get rid of this one as well. We need the bits for it. Drop that stuff off. Pick that stuff up. Pop that in there. Beautiful. And then we just need to get rid of this one. Make sure we're on the right one. Didn't drop any stuff. Beautiful. And then we just want a standard tube to go in there. We don't quite have enough to build that. That's fine. Beautiful. So that's got rid of all of the extra sorters that we had. Oh no, it hasn't. We've got these ones over here as well.
Full.
Let's get rid of these as well. Let's put ourselves on a nice clean slate. So we want the reinforced. You are facing the right way. We just need the bits. Oh. Running out of motors apparently. Get a few more going hopefully. And let's get rid of this one. Perfect. So if we place this with a beautiful little conveyor tube which doesn't want to rotate. There we go. And of course we need more motors. And I'll have a little celebratory cough to celebrate that. I don't know. I'm tired. I am tired today. That is something that's going on. So if I speak nonsense, that's why. So that's just tidied the base up a bit. It's tidied up the conveyor system a bit. They can just now pull stuff, push stuff wherever they need to, hopefully. And we have our very large store down there, which is ready to expand. So I want to have a go at this projector setup that I saw. And I'm not going to go into details now about what it is, in case it doesn't work, or in case you guys are going to be sat on the other side being like, you're an idiot. Obviously, that's not going to work. So basically what I'm saying is you can save your comments. Oh, hold on. Did I not do this? Or did I set it up and not finish building it? I think I set it up but didn't finish building it. That's fine, because we're not going to worry about that too much. What we want, though, is a nice, easy way to print our ships. So the reason I'm running around like a headless chicken at the moment is I'm trying to think where we want this. So we've got ships there. We will probably, or we may well have ships on this side at some point. So it's like this side or... I don't want it on our main square. So I guess it's going to be this side, isn't it? So let's run over here, drop that off, just pick up a whole bunch of steel plate. and get the right block back as well. Cool. And we're going the wrong way. I want this way. So we want a nice rectangular block. Oh, we've got all those bits in the way, haven't we? What are we going to do about that? Just build around it, I think. How big? Our pads are 5, aren't they? So if I go 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we probably want a couple more for the actual sort of ship setup itself, or the wall setup itself, I should say. And if we just come all the way over there. Fill this in, and we might need to go over the other way a little bit as well. It might finally be time to get rid of that tree. It might be encroaching upon us. I think, yeah, we're going to get rid of this tree. It's a beautiful tree. It's probably quite an old tree, but it's gone. Goodbye, tree. You slide solemnly down the hill. I apologize for apparently really just going at it in a really weird way with the saw to remove you. Ah, sad times. Bye, tree. Right. So how many did we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to make this slightly bigger than our pads currently are. Because obviously we're going to need room for the wall and stuff, but we also want to make sure we've got... I'm going to fill this in just so it's filled in. It doesn't need to be detached. Make sure we've also got... what's the word I'm looking for? Room to grow. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so we're going to need to get rid of this. And then all of these ones here. Is that going to detach this grid? It will do if I go all the way up. So let's not be too hasty. So over here we are going to want a reinforced T-junction, please and thank you. Show me the T. We're going to want you there. Perfect. And then we're going to want just some straight tubes. Thank you. Please don't change your orientation when I'm trying to do stuff. And then here we will get rid of this. We don't mind stuff going to the edge of this, because we're not going to really be planning on putting a wall in or anything like that. So you're going to go there. And then we'll take that from there. So let's get all this built.
Energy low.
And fill up on energy. And then we'll start on the wall itself. Okay, we have the basic layout of our tubes down. We've also started going up there with a couple of T's and a curved one on top, because I don't think we need to go much higher than that, at least not right now. So what we want now is, let's think, we're going to want, probably don't want the reinforced ones at this point, so let's just go with these. And let me think about how we're going to want this. And if this doesn't work, by the way, at the very least I have a welder wall for repairing stuff. So it serves a purpose, regardless. Let's grab some of those. I also would like... That's interior plates, I think. Yeah, the other ones are not interior plates. Well, they are all interior plates, okay. So I'm just trying to think about how we want this set up. So I'm thinking... Let's do... one of those there, one of those there. We can just have a straight one there. No, we're going to need a conveyor junction there. Wherever that's gone. There it is. And then we're going to want a welder there, a welder there, a welder there, a welder there, and a welder there. That's my thinking. I think that'll be enough. So if we do one there... one there, one there, and one there. And then welder, 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 welder. And that should be okay. We can always stick a couple more on the sides if we want, but I don't think we need them. So, well, I suppose let's get that bit built up first, shall we? No, we'll get it all there. We'll get it all there. Why not? Welder. So we have a welder type 2 and a welder. Okay, brilliant. Find me an empty hotbar. You'll do. Let's get rid of the algae farms. So we've got this block, ports on the backs and the sides, and we also have this one. Nope, hold on. Right, so we've got this one, which is just like a singular welder piece. Or this one, which is like the double-headed one. And I think it looked different because I think it changed. Yeah, there's a small grid version as well. We're not too worried about that. Yeah, and you also have a small grid version. I like the... Do I like the double one or do I like the single one? We're going to go with the double. We're going to go with the double. So we're going to need some bits for that. In fact, we've got a lot of stuff in our inventory, so let's just get some of these done whilst we're here. Yeah, okay. And then find the welder wherever I put it. There it is. Let's go and grab some steel plate. And then we want you to go there, there. I want you that way, and then you that way and that way. So yeah, so that's taken up, let's have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not a lot of room. I might have to change this all around at some point. But you know what? We're here for now, so let's just get it built. If we have to rebuild it... Because I'm thinking the way I want to do this doesn't leave me a lot of room to maneuver. So we grab that, and that's got a little tiny bit left as well. Get this one done. Get this one finished off. Perfect. And then we just need to do all of these bits. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should take no time at all. Just 2 more to go. 1, 2. And there we go. We have a welder wall. Like I say, I think it's probably definitely in the wrong place. We'll probably swap it around to one of the sides at some point. Like maybe extend this out to the edge of the base there. And then put the welder wall on this side instead. But for now, that should be okay. So what I do want to do is come across, and I want to come over here. I want to grab all the welders. I want to say base 1 and prefix them. They're all off for the moment, which is perfect. That's what we want. I do want the help others option on, because I heard about that. That just means that 2 welders can work on welding the same block at once. And you can put this, so these welders have enough coverage. So if you had something here, there is enough range on the welders to reach something there. Obviously, if you had a full grid of 9 welders there, it might be a little bit faster, but that's fine. We have an unknown signal. It is actually quite far away. So we've got that. We've got a blueprint for that. What do we want now? Well, we want some way of projecting that over here to build stuff with. And we probably also want at some point, because right now these blocks are off so they don't hurt me, we probably want to put a button. I haven't really played with buttons yet. Hang on, let's have a little play with buttons. Button. I don't need the full suite of them. Oh, hang on, we've got this panel here. Let's pop that in front of the solar and see what we've got. So we've got this lot of 4 buttons. Sci-fi 4 buttons. We've got this terminal here that I assume goes that way. I quite like that. Quite like that. We've got a standard control panel like that one. We've got a sci-fi control panel. We've got a vertical button panel, which I also quite like. I like that it's got the big red button on it. That makes me excited. An inset button panel and a control panel pedestal. And then back to the button panel. I like that one because it's got the screen, but I quite like the idea of this with this big old red button on. So let's get that one. And then let's see if we can figure out how buttons work. Which shouldn't be something I really have to say. But some things are not as simple as they may appear. So, button. K. Well, hold on a second. First of all, base 1 welder wall welders. Perfect. And then U. K to set up the buttons. I don't know what the 1, 2, 3 is. Is that just how often you press it? So if we go to groups, we want the wall welders. We want that to come down there. Toggle block. Oh, there are 3 buttons. Oh, I see. We only care about button 1. Toggle block on, off, and on. So if I press that. Oh, that's come on, and that's already... They've started welding the the floor around them, which is nice. I have no particular issue with that. That one did it really fast. Quite a lot slower. It looks like, it feels like that was waiting for components, didn't it? Okay, so the welders are there and the welders work. Let's turn them off and just make sure. Yeah, beautiful, they don't hurt me. So, how do we get a projection over there? Well, I've only seen it, I'm sure this is a very common thing, but I haven't seen it before, so this excited me. What I have seen is, I think it was something that was in the tutorial campaign, what do they call it, scenario thing, where you have a merge block with a merge block on your ship, and you print it merged to your grid, and then you just detach it when you want to take it off, which all seemed rather complex. What I just saw was somebody using... And how old was this video? I don't think it was that old, so hopefully it still works. I just knocked my other mouse over. Hold on. Well, that's a couple of years, so hopefully it still works. Maybe I should have gone down to the comments on the video to see if people are saying that it works or not. Don't know. Don't know. Comments from a year ago saying that it works, so that's probably fine. So we're going to come over here and we're going to build a new ship. So we're going to want a landing gear. We are going to want the small grid version, please and thank you. We're going to pop that about there. It is going to need a connector. Ha 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 ha, hilarious. And we are going to need to build those bits underneath as well, I suppose, at some point. So let's come here, back to small grid, flip it over, pop it about there. Perfect. And then let's go over to our ship bits. So we don't really care about anything like ports on the front. Do we care about ports at the back? This thing has 0 ports whatsoever. Okay, I don't know if I want 0 ports whatsoever. I mean, do I actually care saying that? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. So if we come... I haven't got the bits for it, have I? Boo! Over here. This one will do. I like this one. It looks cozy. You need interior plate. How do I not have interior plate? You literally have interior plate. I've got interior plate on me. What are you on about? Must have just put it on there. That's fine. So we're going to pop the cockpit there. Now this ship doesn't need any storage. Like I say, it does need a connector. Just scrolling through, seeing if there's anything else interesting, but not really. So let's pop that. When we figure out the orientation, let's pop that there. We're going to need a couple of batteries, I imagine. So let's get a couple of... let's go with the warfare, please. I'm going to go 1. I'm going to go 2. And then basically what this ship needs is some thrust. And projectors, but we'll get to that in a second. We need thrust first. This is only my second ship I've ever built, isn't it? So you'll have to bear with me if this is, you know, a disaster. I think I took all the thrusters and everything off of my toolbar, didn't I? Yes. Try that again. Thrusters. Atmospheric thrusters. Is there like a group for small? No, just this group? It's probably that group then, isn't it? So let's pop that in there. Fine. That is probably too big. That's more like it. So we want this ship to have a lot of down thrust. And we don't want it there because it would be potentially destroying our grid. We want a couple of blocks free there. I'm sure there is a way with build info of it showing what the specialized overlay of it, control plus. Oh, there it is. Yeah, beautiful. See that? So this shows you the mountain points, and it also shows you, rather helpfully, how far that thrust goes down and what it will damage. So we can see here, actually, that thrust is still going to damage those blocks down there. But we're just going to hope that it doesn't do that very much. I think that's what we're going to do. We can't really put them very much higher up, but I do want large thrusters. So that's the way that's going to go. So let's go back to our thrusters. Let's go to... We're just going to stick with the standard non-sci-fi ones, I think. So we want a couple of forwards. Let's go with 3. I'm going to press the wrong button. And there we go. And we want some backwards. 1, 2, 3. Let's repeat that on this side. Wait, what way did I just build those? Yeah, like that. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I've just got myself very confused for some reason. So we're going to want 1, 2, 3. I think I built too many. Oh, I totally didn't. Totally didn't. 1, 2, 3, and rotate. And 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to want some side-to-side ease. So let's go... how tall is this? Is that like on it? I don't think it is it? Yeah, if we go 1... I can only fit 3 on there. That's a shame, isn't it? So if we go 1, 2 there... And then 1, 2 there... That probably works. I haven't put any down thrust on it at all, because we'll just rely on gravity for that. And then the only other thing, as I understand it, we need is a little block. Oh, it's a shame that's not centered, isn't it? That's going to annoy me massively. Is a little block on the front, which is just going to pop there. Okay. Let's... Am I missing anything? Oh, the projectors, of course. We're missing projectors. That's exactly what we're missing. So if we come up... I've turned dampeners off, that's why that isn't working. If we come up here, I do have projectors on a toolbar somewhere. Oh, we're going to need some gyroscopes. So let's build a couple of gyroscopes. And then a projector is just... Oh, no, I swapped the whole thing. Projector. I want you to go in between those. And we may need more projectors later on. But for now, that is absolutely fine. So... I'm going to get this built. Okay, this is our little ship. We haven't given it a name yet. I have gone through and created the toolbar for it. And I have also renamed everything. I've called it the Leafcutter Media. Medias in the Leafcutter world are like your standard sort of workers. This is sort of what this is. I went for a Leafcutter because they're some of the strongest ants that are around. And this is going to have to carry things. That's the idea. So somewhere we have this one here. So we're going to call this the Leaf Cutter Media. I think that's how it's pronounced. I've got no idea. I suppose we don't really need to copy that. But if we come out of this, we need to drill that away. drill, grind that away, and the ship hovers beautifully. And then we want to blueprint that, and we're going to call that the Mark 1. Perfect. So we have that one blueprinted as well. Now, first of all, let's just... We don't have any lights on it, which could be a problem. I was going to say let's dock it, but we don't have anywhere to dock it at the moment, do we? So let's just bring it down and turn off the thrusters, which do that, but that's fine. It's just a bit back heavy. That's all right. That's to be expected. So what we want to do here is we want to come into the projector, which is here. We want to not load a blueprint. Why don't you have a blueprint option? You're on. The batteries are on. The batteries weren't on. I put them in. I turned the wrong things off. I turned the batteries off, not the thrusters. Let's turn the thrusters off for a moment. So we don't have a lot of charge because it's obviously not being connected. We need to build the connections for that, which we will do at some point. I'm pretty sure I did all of that, did I? Or did I just do the connector? Although I put it underneath, didn't I, before? Yes, it's all there waiting to be built. Okay, but let's see if this is going to work first. So let's... Can't remember the button to turn off my things. So let's come into here. Go to the projector. We want a blueprint. We want Pharaoh Mark II. And then what I want to do here, something that I've seen recommended a couple of times, is go into the game options, into UI, and turn down the opacity of the background boxes. So if we turn this all the way down, this is the box that goes around it. So we want that quite low, so that when we have this menu up, we can see a little bit better what's going on. So we want to come in about here-ish. Let's go to here, and then we want to move this so it is touching that block there. That's the idea. I'm on the wrong thing. Projector. Keep projection, because this is always going to build this bit. Horizontal offset is probably fine. The forward is obviously quite far off. Vertical we want down there. And you can see that block there just became... It needs to go to the side 1. So let's do that first. Other way. Too far. There. Perfect. So if we pop out, and I will clear my throat, you can see this is now connected to this block at the back, and you can tell it's connected because that is now showing as something that can be built. These ones are all orange because they have nothing to connect to them, but that one does not. And now all we simply do is fly this. In fact, let's not do that yet. Let's go over here, turn our welders on, and then turn our thrusters on, and we simply fly this over to our welder wall, and what we should see because it needs to do that block first, doesn't it, of course, and then it just starts welding up the whole ship. And we might need to maneuver around a little bit so we can get to all the different sides and everything. But look at that. Isn't that significantly easier? Now, it looks like we're a few pieces short or something. It's definitely struggling with the weight a little bit. But that's fine. We don't really want it to build the whole thing. This was just like a proof of concept because we don't actually want all of this. Because it's... Yeah, we don't need all of it. We've already got it. We've rebuilt it recently. It was just like a proof of concept. And we have proved that it works. We have a way of creating or building a ship from a blueprint without any major issues. So let's get this just parked down. And I'm going to leave everything on. That's fine. And then what you'd do is once it's all built, you would come over here, you would just remove this block here to separate the grids, and then you would have your ship. And obviously we don't want all of that, we're going to delete all of that now. But yeah, simple as that. Isn't that amazing? Let's come in here and turn the projector off. We are also going to watch that flop around, that's absolutely fine. I'd like to rename this... my word, what do we call the other ship? The Pharaoh. So that's just telling us that projector is doing the Pharaoh the Pharaoh blueprint. And what we can do is we can have multiple projectors, each set up for our different ships. Isn't that beautiful? So now we get the pleasure of... Oh, okay.
Inventory full.
I was going to say grinding all this down, but we're already out of stuff. So yeah, when it fell over, it broke a couple of bits, but that's fine. Wrong one. There we go.
Inventory full.
Inventory full. Oh, no, we probably do want that. Come here. Come here. I want your bits. I want your bits.
Inventory full.
That's fine. Those bits are just lost forever. That's okay. I'm okay with that. So yeah, there we go. We have a projector set up. A way of building ships without having to do it all annoyingly manually by hand. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know why. Didn't I not turn that projector block off? No, I don't think I did I? I just renamed it. I meant to turn it off. So we don't actually need that projector there. And there you go. Beautiful. So we need to replace this block. Is there also anything else down here that we can see? Yeah, there's a couple of bits. I think that's most of it. Cool, right. Well, that's already a pretty impressive part of the video. We obviously do need to put that little block back as well each time, just to make sure that it has something to connect the other ships to. Now we might need to increase the thrust and everything of this, but there we go. So I'm going to get its conveyor system built so we can get it charging, and probably we'll recolor it as well. So let's do that. There we go. There is the leafcutter media in all of its disgusting glory. I promise at some point I will actually try to get around to figuring out how to make things look pretty. But for now, it is functional. It is form... No, it is function over form. That's what it is. And there we go. Awesome. And I've given it some lovely little orange colours because the leafcutter ants are quite like a golden brown sort of colour. So that's why I stuck with a lot of the oranges. Obviously, it's similar to that one, but we didn't use this orange so much. This was not the main one. This sort of, I think it was this one here, the sort of burnt one here that we used as the main one for the seats and the other bits there. But anyway, cool. And I coloured that one green just to make it clear that that is like, it's part of the ship, but it's not really part of the ship. Amazing. So let's fall down that hole. Yeah, let's fall down there, that gap. That's the word. So I've built the conveyor systems up as well, as you can see. That goes over there as well. So I've removed this block here. We still have these ones here, but I'm just going to leave those there for now. They'll serve as perfectly functionable floor pieces for the moment. So we now have 2 ships. And one of our goals was to build a 3rd ship. Yeah, I think we have to... The reason... you can see now why I think we might have to move this to the side. Because if we're trying to build something a bit bigger... and we're facing our media ship this way, at some point we're going to be back in the base trying to build it. That's why I'm thinking we might need to put it in somewhere, a slightly different location. But for now, I think that is great. We can turn these off because they're not doing anything, and it means that we won't hurt ourselves when we walk in front of them. Beautiful. All right, so... well, honestly, this wasn't my plan for the next video at all. This is just sort of how we've ended up. We do need to put some lights around and beautify the base a little bit. We need to build all of the floor bits, a number of which will probably have to be removed at some point anyway, as if we decide to go down like we did over there or something. So what do we do now? Well, we need to build some more platforms. That's something we need to do, because we are going to want to build more ships at some point. And we have our 2 small platforms over here, I would say. How much space do we have till we hit the edge of the base? Another 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be 9. That seems quite reasonable, doesn't it? So yeah, so we could start building that, or we can start actually building up the base. What do you think? What do you think? Do you know, I think I might have a go at building up the base a little bit. I've had enough of it being just like grids after grids after grids of like bare steel or whatever it is. Let's do some of that. And we've already done a bit over here with these wonderful welders, but we've got a lot to do on the base. So let's see if we can get some of this done. So we've made a little bit of progress. I've got all of this side pretty much done now in terms of the interior floors. Not so much in this little corner over here underneath the machines and stuff, but all this main bit here has been done. I've built this line here, and as you can see over here, I've done a little bit over here as well. So I've changed the edges of the landing pad to be sloped. Oh, come on now. Wish I saw that before I started yapping away again. So they are sloped. I'm not entirely thrilled with how it looks, but it's better than it was. It's just to break it up a bit so everything just isn't, you know, here's a rectangle, here's a rectangle, here's another rectangle. And we've had to leave these bits though, because obviously we need like a little walkway going up to our cockpit. So that's what we're going to sort of think about planning in now. So if we wanted to like a little walkway, what colour would it be? What colour would a walkway be? We want, what's complementary to orange? Is it blue? Is blue complementary to orange? Orange complementary colour. Yeah, like a blue or a blue-grey. So let's take this blue. Yeah, something like that's quite good, actually. I immediately like that. So we are going to put in a little... Why are you so different to this? I just didn't finish colouring it, that's why. We're going to put in a little walk. This is going to be the colour of our walkways. No, not you, actually. Not you. I take it back. You're not part of the walkway. And I don't know if blue's actually a sensible colour, but it's what we've started with, so it's probably what we'll finish with. So you would go all the way down there. So this would be like our little walkway through the base. That would come up here. And then we'd want the rest of this in a different colour. We probably don't want that one, that colour, do we? So let's pop that back to that for a second. I like the idea of having the walkway up here. What colour would we want the rest of this? Like a yellow? Is yellow too much? Quite like that, I think. Let's go with this for the minute. This really blood red colour is what it is. Oh wow, I've built you... Oh, I'm painting it in war-torn. I don't really want war-torn. I would just want, like, default, don't I? How do I change that again? Shift. No skin. We don't mind a little bit of damage showing, but we don't need, like, massive holes and everything. There we go. And then let's just pop that blue in again. And we'll just work our way down here because we don't want it looking quite as shabby. Little bit of shabbiness, fine, not too shabby. And then we want some lights and maybe some railings up here. Do we have railings? Is that a thing that exists? Looks like. Railing straight. Yep. That sounds great. Give me some space in the toolbar. All the way to 9. So you're... Oh, we also have windowed railings. Oh, I quite like that. What's a diagonal railing? Literally just sits on a diagonal. Should have guessed. Should have guessed. Let's get this. And this. And this. So we could just have railings. which would look like that. I've just realised that my microphone's been muted and I've been talking about stuff. I don't know how long that's been muted because I've had to step away a couple of times. I had a delivery and a couple of other things. So I've had to step away a little bit. At some point I muted my microphone thinking that was clever, and I don't know how much I've done without the microphone. At least not the last bit. So you probably missed me picking colours and everything. So I've shaped the landing bay a little bit. I've missed the colours there. That's fine. We'll come back to it. Shaped the landing bay a little bit, so it's not just like a rectangular block, to look a little nicer. Put some railings in. Chosen this surprisingly bright blue for like a walkway colour. We will change that at some point. And we've just started working on the next set of landing bays, because the next thing we want to do really, I think about building a gunship to go over to Morel's Hope over there. Look at you, cheeky thing. And destroy it dead. That's what we want to do. There's also a unknown signal not very far away over there, so let's go and be careful. Let's go and grab that and see if it's got any delicious seeds for us. Well, we do not have a lot of... Oh, we do have a lot of jetpack left. We're okay. So what have you got in here? Some silicon, some plates, and some banana beef. So not quite what we were after, but it's better than nothing. Do you have a fancy button for us? I think it might be on the bottom. Yeah. Whoop. Oh, I tried. Okay, once more. There we go. Did we get anything? We got some leopard boots. Okay, nice. Let's just grind up what we can here. Take that back to base. And then we'll continue working on the landing pad. I'm going to go up nice and high because we were in trouble last time. Definitely need some more lights on my base. We currently just have that one block in the middle, don't we? I wonder... what sort of lights do we have? If we go back over to 9 and look for lights. So we have this one. We probably don't want spotlights. We want interior lights, really, I guess. I quite like... we do have the light panels, but I don't really want light panels, I don't think. We will probably work our way up towards other things at some point. Words. Why will you not snap to anything? Is it just because I don't have the bits? Why can't I build you? Because you were the wrong grid size. That's what it was. So we've got the interior lights, we've got these corner lights double. That's... what if we did them like this? How far apart would we want them? We'd want... oh, I probably can't put them up where the railings are, can I? No, that's a bit of a shame. But I can put them down here. So I could put like one there. And like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I did one there, one there, and then one in the middle. So every 2, apart from here where we'll go like that. Let's try that. And we probably won't need these to be quite as bright as we've had previously. Because the last light, the one that's on the floor, the inset light, I think it is, we purposely made as bright as possible because we didn't really have any other lights around. Let's just add a bunch of those to the build planner, drop off whatever we have, grab that. Already built those. This will just help denote the walkway a little better, won't it? And then I'm going to grind this one down, because we don't want that one. Pop in, we need an interior block, don't we? Where do I have, I don't have interior blocks on there anymore. Do I have them anywhere else? No. No. Okay, let's go over to 9. I wish there was a way you could look at a block and just say, like, copy. That would be quite nice. Interior wall. Interior wall, that's what I was after. So let's just pop that one in there. And then we want to, I suppose we do want to build it, don't we? Because we built all the rest of these. Let me have the rest of that if you don't mind. We haven't done those ones, so I think that's all the lights done. So if we turn our lights off, we can see those all over the place there, looking quite nice. So we're going to want to make those a little brighter. So if we come over here and look for lights. I do have another, oh, the inset light's up there, isn't it? So if we grab all of these, actually what I want to do is come over to like here. There we go. Oh. I wish that it was easier to come out of your view looking at something. Right, so you're looking at it there, but yeah, as soon as I move, you're not. So if we just zoom out a bit. There we go. So, they're all there, perfect. Come over here. Let's turn their radius up so they sort of overlap with each other a little bit. What does the fall off do? Sort of a similar sort of thing, something like there. Intensity. Yeah, about there. Offset. Don't really know what that does. We'll just leave that roughly where it was. We don't want any blinking, that's fine. And then we do just want to, I don't want bright white. I would like to have like, yeah, just a little softening to it. There we go. So now we've got some lights, lighten up our base a bit better. We'll obviously have those going down here as well at some point. We need some more lights up there somewhere. But it's looking pretty good, looking pretty good. How are we doing? Looks like the sun is thinking about coming up. Do I have stairs anywhere? Yes, I do. So you're going to go there. And then we want a block there, but we want a normal light armor block. Thank you. And we want that to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe? Like, how big did we make it before? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, 7 should be plenty. Except we don't want to go in straight down the middle. That's like one of our main things, isn't it? So let's get rid of all that, because we don't actually want any of that. Then we'll come over here and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we probably want this to be as big as the base. What does that give us? I know it's 1 short at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I don't like 8. So let's make it as wide as the base. And then we're out of steel plate. I mean, that's very big. Why don't we just go for 7? Let's just go for 7. So it's a couple bigger than the other ones, but not being ridiculous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it'll look something like this, which is, yeah, I think that's plenty big enough. I don't think we need to go any bigger than that. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. So we want a connector to go there. We do have a connector somewhere. There it is. An inset connector facing up. And that will be our medium landing pads, we'll call these. So let's repeat that on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't get too close to that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hang on, that's like technically 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I thought I was attached to something. I was not. Except that is not needed. We don't want that one. So have I not gone out far enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Cool. All right. So let's get this floor built up. I feel like I haven't gone... Yeah, no, I haven't gone out far enough. Is that right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, that will be our connector. Let's find that connector. That will go... Wait, did I not leave a space? Did I take the space away? 1, 2, 3. So it should be this one, except there's 4 that side. Why do I feel like this isn't right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Definitely 8. Should not be 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we don't need this back row. So now, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, perfect. That is where the inset connector will go. Like that. And the sun is excuse me, the sun is coming up. So, I have no idea how long this video is going to be. Like I say, I've stepped away a couple of times. I've decided to do some building bits in between, so I don't have to drag you guys through all that. But yeah, I think now I've been recording for like 1 hour and 45 minutes, so it's probably a good time for us to think about stopping. I think we've had quite a productive video today. We've got the leaf cutter media up and running so we can build ships easier, just in case we take our mining ship and we smash it into a hill. Not that it's ever happened before, but just in case it ever does happen, we now have a way of building ships using a welding wall that we also now have. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We've started thinking about colouring our base and building up some of the floor tiles and everything like that. Yes, it is a disastrous mess at the moment. I am well aware of that, but we will tidy these things up. Like we could get rid of that bit, move that up to, well, really to there. We don't need any of these 2 bits there at all. And we could probably think about tidying up quite a lot of this a little bit as well, because it's all probably a bit squiffy. Oh, I did build 2 more speed modules, by the way. Because when I was building the floor bits, I found I was having to wait for a few more bits to be made, so I've added on a couple more speed modules to really just ramp that up. We've got some lights down, which look beautiful. Don't really need our internal torch anymore. Yeah, and we've redesigned our landing pads a little bit, which I think are looking really nice. Not entirely convinced about the colours, but we've started with these colours, so maybe we'll just carry on. Who knows? We need to obviously build up the rest of this as well at some point and reshape this one to match this one. I really don't know if I like that massive slope on the side, but at least it does break it up a little bit, doesn't it? Like it's not just a flat rectangle, it actually looks like it has a purpose now, and I like that. I like that. Cool. All right, well, I'm going to finish up here then. Next time, now that we have this, we will get our conveyor system built underneath. We will get the connection ports built, and we will think about building an attack ship of some form to go over to Morel's Hope and destroy it. Wipe it off the face of the earth. That is our plan. I no longer want that GPS marker to exist. I want it to be like, I want it to wipe it out of history, like it has never existed before. It just needs to be gone. So that's what we're going to do next time. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm feeling really good about this video. I'll be honest. We've made some decent progress. Welder wall, ship, floors done. I'll try and do a few more floor bits and stuff off camera. I don't really know if I like the interior floors. I find their lights on them, which don't actually light up quite, like from a bit of a distance. I find them quite distracting and annoying. But we've got them for now, so it'll do. It'll do. We'll see. We'll see if we stick with them or not. Cool. All right. Well, I hope you're continuing to enjoy Space Engineers. If you are, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all those amazing things. I will see you next time. And as always, thank you so very, very much for joining me.